Reli Group, we are a small business, SBS certified 8A and a hub zone company. We started our business in the BW Tech UMBC campus in 2013. We started our first contract with 10 hours per week, and from that on we are about 45 people company right now. Type of work that we do is system integration, application testing, agile development, and also project management. The type of work that we are supporting with the federal government, primarily Center for Medicare and Medicaid. We have 5 or 6 prime contracts right now, and we have about 7 subcontracts with various different partners, both large and small companies. So as a health IT company, our core mission is to bring solution to solve real life problem, and as we are supporting the federal government, we are reinvesting the profit that we're making to build solutions, coming up with prototypes to implement a solution that has a broader application in the U.S. Market, both commercial and federal. One of the solution that we built this year called Prescription Drug Monitoring Program Interoperability Solution. As we all know, the opioids abuse is an epidemic in this country, and there are a lot of solutions have been put out there, but the problem is not being solved because of low adoption rate, and there are a lot of legacy systems and environment that currently exist, and it's very costly to move from one system standard to another standard. So what we have built an engine that would transform different standards to communicate with each other. So for example, our PDMP solution basically will work with providers or the doctors' EHR or EMR system that may be on an NCPDP or CCDA or ASAP standard, where the state drug registry, all 50 states, they're on PMIX standard. So these are two disparate standards, and they don't communicate or talk to each other. So every state has a drug registry, and the pharmacies are required every time a opioids is filled, they are required to report it to the state. So the pharmacist reports to the state and stays within the state registry, but the neighboring state or any other state, they don't talk to this system with each other. So they are all very siloed. And that's where the problem lies, that the information is not being communicated across the board, and if someone is addicted to opioids, they can cross the border, they can go to multiple different pharmacies, go to different doctors, and that's called doctor shopping, to get their prescription. And a lot of time, the person who is addicted, they will pay cash to the pharmacy on their opioids so that they don't get caught with the insurance claims. So to remediate this problem, our interoperability solution, we prototyped and implemented the guidance from Office of the National Coordinator under HHS. So ONC published the standard for Prescription Drug Monitoring Program, or PDMP, and published the implementation guide for the industry. So we took that implementation guide, we mapped all the data with a state registry. In our case, we used State of Washington's PMP registry, and what we showcased is that if I go to a provider and they utilize our solution on their back end of their EHR system, for them it's very seamless how they're communicating. So they could make a request, say in this case we're taking, instead of Maryland, that Sam Elias is coming for a Vicodin prescription. Give me last 3 months of the medication record of opioids. And behind the scene, our engine will take that request, say it's coming from an NCPDP standard, will transform that into a PMIX standard so that state registry can understand our request. And we'll send the request to the state drug registry. They will respond back in a PMIX standard. We'll be converting that PMIX message into NCPDP and sending it back to the provider so that they can see it on their screen. and all of that transformation happens in a few seconds. And our solution is basically making a seamless connection between two disparate systems, doing the transformation, and there is no security breach because there is no data at rest in our end, and we're using HL7 FHIR protocol and making it secure connection. So this solution could be easily implemented with any EHR, EMR systems or e-prescription systems, and increase the adaptability for providers to do electronic prescription for opioids and reduce the abuse from doctor shopping and reduce any kind of interoperability issues that is preventing adopting the e-prescription for opioids. Thank you very much.